Jara. I am thinking of asking you a very complicated question today.
Don't worry. I will make it simple for you. What is your question?
You have told me that our thoughts are made up of the information that we receive through our five sense organs.
Correct.
You also told me we are filtering the information through our likes and dislikes, and therefore, we build our individual thought world that are varying.
Correct.
Up to this point I am clear. But, you also said, our thought world is more important than the real world, because matter is an illusion. Can you explain, how do you make such a claim?
We do not question the basic validity of the information received through our five senses.
You mean, my eyes show this table, but in reality, it is not there?
No, I am not saying that. I am saying that your eyes merely report the presence of a particular form and color. You conclude that there is a solid material object existing out there, and give a name to it as table.
I can touch the table and check whether it is a solid object or not.
All the five senses independently send electrical signals to your brain. The mind puts together these signals and assumes the existence of a solid object out there. The mind has not validated whether this assumption is true or false.
I do not understand. You said, you will make it simple.
Okay. Let me put it this way. Our sense organs are very persuasive. Therefore, we tend to believe what is perceived exists for real. We do not question whether it is true. I will prove this to you. What is the difference between a noun and an adjective?
A noun is an object. An adjective describes that object.
Correct. Let us do an experiment. What is she doing?
She is coloring the paper.
How will you describe this object?
Blue paper.
How will you describe this object now?
Green paper.
Green is the adjective that describes the noun, paper. Am I right?
Yes, Jara. Why are you asking such an obvious question?
Because we do not apply this logic all the time. Let me show you. How will you describe this object?
Paper boat.
How will you describe this object?
Paper plane.
Look. You have made a mistake. You are thinking that plane is an object and paper is an adjective that describes that object. This is how powerful our sense organs are. They suppress our logic and analytical skills and overpower us and make us ignore the obvious and project something that is not there as real. Let us now sum up the rules that we need to follow to determine whether a particular word is a noun or an adjective. When we say small mango, small is the adjective that describes the noun mango. Rule number 1. Adjective has no independent existence without the noun. Rule number 2. A noun need not have an adjective. Rule number 3. An adjective is temporary and noun is permanent. Now that you know the rules, let us do a test. What is this?
A gold ring.
What is this?
Gold chain.
Don't you see the mistake?
Oh. Yes. I see that, by applying our 3 rules. Number 1. Chain does not have an independent existence without gold. It is just a form and a name. The substance that we see is gold. Number 2. Gold can remain as gold without becoming any jewel. Number 3. Gold remains as gold while the chain can get modified into a bracelet. I see that we are carried away by the form and we pay less or no attention to the substance. So, do you want me to call this chain gold instead of gold chain?
No, that is not the point. You can use any phrase if you understand the truth. Let me check your understanding. Come with me. What is this?
The sea.
Are you sure?
Oh, I see. Sea is just a form. The substance is water. Water can be in the form of sea, or river, or lake.
Correct. Similarly, every object that we see is just a form. We are overpowered by the form and give it a name, assuming it to be a noun. We do not inquire to see if any material object really exists the way we perceive.
Instead of seeing the paper, we see a boat or a plane. Instead of seeing gold, we see an ornament. We do this because what is perceived by our senses is very powerful. Similarly, by seeing forms around us, we assume they are all real substances made up of matter. Are you saying this?
Absolutely. You got it right.
In case of the examples that you gave, we can inquire and see the substance behind the form. Yes, I can see that chain is just a form, but gold is the substance. To understand that all the matter in the universe is just forms, we need to conduct a serious inquiry.
We do not have to do any fresh inquiry. Serious scientific investigations have already proven that matter does not exist as a solid object. You are aware that matter and energy are interchangeable. Do you know that the sum of all energy and matter in the universe is already proven to be zero? If not, you may Google to check it out. This conclusively proves that matter does not exist. And you know that quantum physicists have conclusively proved that energy appears as matter from the perspective of the observer. I suggest you listen to what Donald Hoffman says. He has scientific evidence to show that our perceptions are not showing reality as it is.
Look, we all see the train. Therefore, none of us constructs the train. But remember this example. In this example, we all see a cube. But the screen is flat, so the cube that you see is the cube that you construct. We all see a cube because each one of us constructs the cube that we see. The same is true of the train. We all see a train because we each see the train that we construct. And the same is true of all physical objects. We're inclined to think that perception is like a window on reality as it is. The theory of evolution is telling us that this is an incorrect interpretation.
Wow! Amazing! Unbelievable! If this truth is already proved scientifically, why are we not studying this in our school textbooks?
This is a truth only for a small set of people in the world. I have already explained to you that truth keeps varying, even among well-educated people. The truth that Earth revolves around the sun found a place in textbooks hundreds of years after it was scientifically proven. Similarly, this truth that perceptions do not show reality as it is will find a place in the textbooks at some time in the future.
I am thinking that the reason why matter does not exist as a solid object is not part of the mainstream education. Because neither you nor they have given a convincing reply to this question. If matter is just a form, then what is the substance behind it? On inquiry, we found out that the paper is the substance, and plane, boat, etc. are just forms. Similarly, you need to tell me the name of the substance behind all the forms that we perceive.
No one can tell you that. But you can know it yourself based on your personal experience. I will guide you further. But you must first be convinced that your sense organs are so powerful that they do not let your intelligence question the reality of what is perceived.
Yes, Jara. Theoretically, I can see that time, space, and matter are all mere appearances. Only if I could know the reality that sustains this entire illusion, I can arrive at a conclusion. In the absence of the knowledge of the truth, I have no option but to take the illusion as real.
I understand. Let me show you the truth. Where do you see this table?
There.
Think deeply. The image of the table enters your eyes and falls in the inverted position in the retina. Then, the optical signals travel to your brain, where it is figured out that there is a table out there.
Yes. You are saying that my experience of the existence of the table is real, although the table is an illusion.
You are almost there. All that is ever there is just you, being aware of all the experiences. That awareness is the only substance, and the entire universe is just a name and form. No one has direct evidence that there is a world out there. Everyone is aware of the experience that is ever changing. The awareness does not change. You are that awareness. All your investigations and experiences conclusively prove that nothing, including your body-mind complex, is existing as solid substance. Outside the awareness, there is no matter. Only awareness.
Looks like you are saying that I am the foundation for the existence of the entire universe.
Absolutely. You have got it perfectly right. Outside the awareness, no one has ever encountered any physical object. All that ever exists is the awareness of ever-changing experience.